Hello, everyone, and welcome to a really awesome little match of Wano. As today we're gonna check out a new custom map that you can find on the Steam workshop, and this one is based around the area west of Fulda in reality, and it is really trying to represent the terrain next to 1-1, and it also has some really cool terrain features in game with some real hills, which Eugen does shy away from because, yes, they make the line of sight a lot harder to predict, but with the line of sight tool, they are still absolutely manageable. Though I get why Eugen is working with more flat terrain, though this is really fun to play, and it was a really exciting match. And obviously, when you play West of Fulda, you have to play with the 11th ACAF, and that's what I did here against the YouTuber Atakawa, who has a German YouTube channel for Wano and Steel Division. So yeah, you can find his channel down in the description, just next to the description for the map, where you can download that one in the Steam Workshop down below as well. And let's go into the action here in this lovely game of Wano. As the matchup was a fun one as well. Obviously, when you play in Fulda, you have to play on Nado's side, the 11th ACAF, and that's what we did here, bringing around some ACAF Abrams from the get-go. We played on the biggest version of the map, which might not quite be the perfect one for 1v1. I just realized that there are two smaller versions after we played this game, but it still fits decently for 1v1, though maybe a slight bit too big, but as the points are limited to 12 on the map, plus you have those 5 ones in the center that you can fight over. It wasn't too bad. Atakawa went with the 76, as that's the one he made the latest guide video on his channel for lately. So check that out, guys, especially if you're German speaking. And if you don't speak German yet, learn it over there with some Wano action. And yeah, we played the 11th ACAF. Plan was to ignore the north because there's a lot of forested area here around this swine farm and around this little village here, with the valley up there being quite full of hazards. And so we just went over with some dismounted troopers up north, and then the rest all going for the center. And down here in the south, some helicopters versus Takava on the other side, coming around with a decent amount of BMD2s and some Dejanikis, some Spets Groupers, the classic aggression towards the middle here. And yeah, I knew I wouldn't get into the middle early on either, so my plan was to get Delta and Echo, reduce the point tick to a 2-point tick for Atakawa, and then go in later. We had an M1 A1CV going around here for this little hamlet in the valley over here. Couple little farms are all around the place as well, with some nice fields in between. And yeah, we got the ZSU coming around. And in the middle here, there's a little train track as well going down the valley, which is pretty cool too, and accurate as well. And yeah, the guy also made a couple of other map, or one other map already as well. It's really cool to see what is possible now with the map editor in Wano, and I really hope we will see more of this in the future. I'm also hoping that we will get some tournaments organized with maps that then can be added to the map pool in the long run, based on Eugen's feedback, and that would be pretty dope. And yeah, we have some Hawks here moving around as well, whilst LRS have entered the center, M1A1 coming around as well, dismounted troopers coming towards the middle, Bradley moving around here, and we have a little Heimatschütze squad coming in here to try to go down there to this Delta's point, whilst Atakawa focused on the north, realizing that he has a big advantage there as well. BMD3s and BMP2s moving around here to get the capture point up there, whilst Iltis Führungs here now will try to go towards the center. 3 ATGM trucks here moving around, one M1 leader of mine here coming around, Bradley leader, recon, and 2 Hawk helicopters in the valley here. Holding the line there, so because I expected maybe something moving towards Echo, but nothing did at the early stages. So I was able to get in here. Heimatschützen taking cover in there as well. Iltis going down through the valley here. And yeah, the line of sight's here a good bit different. Like on a normal 1-0 map, I would be able to hold this whole field here from this spot, but with the tree lines being where they are next to the hills, it is a lot more limited. So infantry can be a good bit more sneaky. Whilst Bradley's here, also maybe have a couple more paths to go through. Recon Bradley moving around. Infantry fight here, starting in the center of the town. My dismounted troopers and LRS trying to deal with some Dejaniki Medis. I knew though that there most likely would be more infantry for them than for me, so I had to be careful. Whilst, yeah, good defensive position. Watakawa here on the side. SU-24 AT coming in onto the map as well. BMD-2s rushing in here with more infantry, together with the Luwats. And I knew that would be a potential problem as well. Ihawks came out early on as well to try to deal with that. Try to stop the air menace, whilst Hawks and Bradley here rotating a bit to the side. Infantry fight in the town actually went decent early on, but then yeah, the Scrats came in, Spetsgruppe V coming in as well, the strong special forces, so these guys had to leave and had to get the hell out of there. Dismounted troopers holding their spot over here. Heimatschützen under attack in the center, whilst the M1A1 went over to try to get one more capture zone. Marder with Milan trying to go down the valley over here, where Luwats had line of sight though from over there, so that was a bit dangerous. We got 2 Luwatses killed early on. They are pretty cheap though. Heavy Hawk dealing with the reinforcements. LGB Bomber getting through, getting hurt pretty badly on the way out though, and having to disengage there, getting the BMD. Whilst the Marder tries to get the Panzergrenadiers out there. Hog having to disengage as they got hit there. And a lot of AA comes into the battlefield. Whilst the LS gets beaten here. The Hogs having to retreat. Retreating out of the valley there. Whilst we got more Panzergrenadiers in. Right flank, BMD-2K coming in. Will move and capture all the points. We'll get the tick back online. And the infantry losses in the middle, because the M1 wasn't around in time. Pretty painful. Panzergrenadiers here struggling now as well. The M1 needed to come back. Cyanide helicopters being brought in. Whilst we got some lovely, lovely recon drone here on the other side. Slowly flying in. Trying to get some line of sight on us as well. Double loss here on the Panzergrenadier and the Marder. As the BMD here is a deadly enemy with the Conquerors. The Hogs had to be reloaded. More Heimatschützen to come in. M1A1 as well. That's the M1A1 ACAF here. Tried to get an eye on the enemy. Engineers coming up. M109 coming up. I really tried to limit myself in the space I fought over. Well, it's the enemy here coming in now with an SU-24. So the M1 needed to smoke off. Ihawk got a hit, but the enemy killed the Iltis leader. That was pretty unfortunate. And we didn't get the kill back there. Schmel recon still flying around. Cyanide helicopter here immediately getting hit by an Igla. Immediately getting damaged, and I was busy trying to figure out things out, so second Igla got on target as well, with upvetting there as well thanks to that kill. Bradley's here trying to hold the line as 2 gas trucks tried to come around. M1 a bit limited in its movement there. The enemy on a +4 by now, so that was a problem. That's the F-16. Got in there and got the kill into the Schmel. No expensive MiG-31s on the battlefield yet. And that investment into those actually would have been okay for us. The Bradley here now getting involved against some gas trucks. Got the first one killed, second one coming around. Getting that one killed as well. And we got the double one there. Another gust truck coming around from the side. Bradley struggling to get its shot out. Actually firing it towards Estrella now. Gets the kill onto the Estrella at least, but at the same time, ZSU's now. The 23 millimeters pretty down decent, especially in applying stress, forcing the Bradley unit here out of the position and routing it away there. Whilst we tried to get into a spot into the middle again, M1A1 here, Heimatschützen moving up, M1A Kev on the right side, trying to give the engineers some backup as well, as that is our big advantage. We have the big boy tanks, we have the Abrams. Enemy only has IFVs. Decent IFVs, but only IFVs. Seaplane, something that we have to respect as well. Can't afford taking any losses there. M109 here. Expecting the enemy to be there. No enemy was to be found there though. M1A1 and Heimatschützen slowly pushing in there. The +4 was really scary at this point though. So I knew I had to get at least into this zone again, reducing it to a +2. If not even further. Artillery re-aiming. F-16 there, not getting a shot on target. M1A1 getting involved here in the fight as well. Robot getting a shot with the Conquerors towards us. Not quite getting the hit though. That's the helicopter. Tried to maneuver. Su-24 AT coming in this time around. Getting the kill onto our ACAV. That was pretty bad. The Hawk here coming in with nice kill damage from the side. iHawk was out of ammo at this point. BMD2 was dealt with. Heimatschützen and the M1A1 dealing with the Dejaniki here nicely as well. Getting the recapture. Getting some decent kills there. Whilst the Heavy Hawks got involved as well here in the middle. Double Igla fire though. So that was scary. They needed to get out of there. Got lucky on that one. The other one lost line of sight. So the Heavy Hawks with some good damage there in the middle as well. Whilst the Luat CV came in here on the other side. Igla on the fire by the Heimatschützen. Heimatschützen abwettet. Dejaniki Medis here getting involved with some ATGM action. But the M1 here in a good spot. Stunning it down. Bradley and Engineer Dragons pushing forward. That's F-16s. Tried to push the seat back. That was pretty stupid. Losing it to the one Eagle over here. That was nearly that. Waste of an F-16. But Dejaniki Medis got dealt with. M1A1 can push forward. Can get rid of the Eagle. Can push the CV out of there as well. That had to run. And the infantry over here slowly getting into the town as well. Spätskruppe V here on the other side. We got some Heimatschützen and some engineers in there. Artillery did a decent amount of damage as well over the time. And Spätskruppe V there getting engaged. The Nana on the other side though, that was pretty scary. Anti-infantry. But Bradley here tried to maneuver on the side. Su-24 AT coming in towards the center of the map. And the M1A1 here in trouble. Getting side-shotted by the Luats. That was not great movement at that point. Luats with another shot. Su-24 coming in. iHawk, only one of them able to fire. And the M1A1 trying to disengage. Trying to get away. F-16 not able to get a hit on. And the Luats actually finishes off the M1A1 there. We got a Gus killed off over here with the Bradley. Bradley then trying to push forward. M1A1 trying to push forward as some BMD3s there coming in. The Nonas did some good damage against us in the middle. The M1A1 lost there pretty costly as well. Well, it's the M1A1 against the Dejaniki. Should be helpful here getting rid of them. So the Su-24 AT over here still having one ammo left. Another iHawk being brought up. One's over here. All around as well. A lot of pivot action. Set up to be ready too. And the M1A1 had to be careful there. Bradley And engineers versus BMD3. One of the BMDs goes down. Smoke comes out, but just barely too late. BMD3 there gets the kill. Engineers trying to get the kill there with their dragon, but they miss, and that's bad for them. Ihawk finds the hit against the SU-24, not finding the kill with the Stingers though. And the Luats over here, still a menace as well. The Panzer Grenadiers at least got out, but the Marder still goes down. And 1A1 slowly pushing forward against the Tejaniki here. But more reinforcement needed for a center. +2 still on. And that was a problem, as that was a real timer at this point. 13 minutes to go. More Marders moving towards the center. More Blackhawks coming out. And I knew I had to get to some point here eventually. So I had to play a bit more aggressive. I had my artillery set up now. I had a decent AA set up as well. My Tiger here under fire. M1A1 getting a kill against some Dejandujaleni there. Reloading and finding the next kill there. That is good as well. Recon drone goes down. Panzer Grenadiers here pushing forward nicely too. As the Heimatjäger had to be careful there. F-16 LGB trying to come around again. Pushed back though, as the Ihawk can't find the kill either. Luats going down. Some more units trying to flank us over here. Panzer Grenadier plus Marder though in the action. Marder trying to get an ATGM on target, but the robot finds it first. Marder still gets the kill though as well, so trade there. Pretty good trade for the robot. It's a bit cheaper still. And the ZSU here was a problem as well, and M1A1 was needed. Pivots could do the job as well with fire support, so they were moving forward here. They have a good 20mm rotary gun here to shred through the ZSU here. And yeah, ZSU here opening up against us, but we are about to retaliate there. As the pivots got closer, and they just burped it out of existence. Panzer Grenadiers barely surviving. Spätzgruppe next target here, as the aircraft troops try to push forward. So the pivots need to get closer in there as well. First one able to engage here. And yeah, the Spätzgruppe had to disengage there immediately, as these guys kept pushing forward. LGB and 82 and the seaplane all setting up there as a big airstrike, but we have 3 Ihawks, we have a decent amount of Stingers, we have a decent amount of pivots, so AA was somewhat ready at this stage. Whilst we got more units towards the center again, some helicopters, M1A1 being brought up there as well, some more dismounted troopers who help the infantry pushing in there, and the enemy planes, seaplane now coming in, trying to actually run down the Hawk. Aim time on the pivot needed a while, but once out, they actually got a decent amount of hits. And the LGB bomber coming in. F-16 got the Su-24 seat. LGB stayed around and got killed off for it. Su-24 AT here, barely making it out alive again, as the pivot's not able to get on target. Nonnas on the other side, and artillery still firing. And the F-16 stayed around for a bit too long here, maybe. Need to get the hell out of there. Whilst we did get rid of important 2 units there. The kill on the LGB bomber, really important. Seaplane killed off is nice as well. The Ihawks have a lot easier time after that. And we got some artillery towards the enemy mortars here now as well, to try to get rid of that and really get into the footing. Time now on 9-minute 40 timer. That is not great, especially as I also knew that my rear point here was maybe a bit open, so there could be a rush into there eventually maybe as well. So I decided to go for a bit of a push here on the right side, because I expected that most of the reinforcements went into the middle, and they maybe forgot a bit about the flank here. So I went in there with a decent amount of forces, pivot, M1A1, some infantry in front, the dismounted troopers trying to spot for all of this. Whilst our artillery got rid of the mortars in the middle. BRDMs pushing forward here, dismounted troopers, M1A1s all trying to push against that. One BRDM going down. The aircraft troopers suffered as well. Little infantry actually in the middle, as they had to move around there. A lot of BMD2s now being brought up. The Dejaniki Medis over here getting one Stinger killed, getting one more infantry killed off. That's the moment I realized that the dismounted troopers actually didn't find them in that forest. Pretty annoying, but we have M1A1 on the way, we have a pivot on the way. Heimatschützen already engaging, so it could be worse. BRDM in the middles, all killed off, and not much infantry left in here. The Luats kept engaging us here, so the dismounted troopers pushing forward, M1A1 starting to move in there to get the kill on it as well. Pivot unfortunately went down beforehand though, but with the push down the valley, the Hawk helicopter coming around for it as well, artillery moving around, M1A1 getting in here to start preparing the center for capture. I felt pretty decent about the situation. Luats getting killed off. One more enemy AA unit here with the Luats with an Igla on top. And the pivots kept rolling forward here. M1A1 pushing up as well. Whilst the Hawk got killed here, hit here by the Igla transport unit. Dejaniki being around as well. Hawk gets the stun. Dejaniki having a bad time against the big Hydra rockets here. M1A1 pushing up. Hawk getting the better of this. Panzer Grenadier on the side getting killed off. The BRDM here is a scary unit to face. 500 points of supply. Moving this direction here now. Whilst we got the infantry to set up to push in here. BMD2 disengaging, trying to get the hell out of there. BMD3 goes down on the side as well. As the Luat snap gets destroyed, but that was a captured one as well. So the situation here is developing nicely. Dismounted trooper coming up. M109's getting engaged. CV soon to be ready to get in around there. M1A1 leader coming up. 6 minute 20 only remaining. But we had an Iltis Führungs coming in towards the center as well. Trying to get a full capture there. As artillery comes around. AA gets a kill there. A lot of Iglas gonna fly towards it. It does survive for now though. M109 coming in here with some nice damage as well. Dismounted troopers maybe not in the best spot, as we got one Igla killed over there. M109's re-aiming here maybe would have been useful against the Dejaniki, but the capture goes through, and we get to a +2 situation here now. Whilst the CV is moving down the valley as well, trying to get it to a better spot there. BMD3 recon coming along, as more and more Sergeant Saperi get in here as well. Iltis Führungs going down, that was pretty painful as the CV immediately got back in as well. And 1A1 here in a decent spot, so the BMD3 needed to be careful there. Pushed in a bit too deep, got killed for it, got a hit against us as well though. Another BMD3 here coming around the side, as our autocannons got the better of it, whilst the enemy Nonas constantly getting involved as well. CV tank over here, pretty unprotected. Dejaniki slowly coming in, only the Stingers, no real infantry protection anymore. But we got the better of the enemy over here. BMD2K disengaging far away from the front line, whilst Conquerors over here need to get killed off. And more infantry being brought up here to try to defend us, but that means less investment into the center. Our artillery still active over here, still trying to get some more kills against the Spätzgruppers, against the Dejannikis. Trying to get another CV towards the center with another M1A1 CV here. That's an issue with the deck. It's quite expensive to get CVs onto the board, as we didn't have any infantry leaders and only one card of the normal logistics tab leader transports. So the M1A1, 2 cards of those, 4 of those needed to be bought. And on this map, maybe not the perfect leader unit, really. Artillery getting involved. Spätzgruppe not able to catch us there. M1A1 able to retreat, able to keep the damage up there. And Spätzgruppe were melting quite nicely, actually. So that was a nice W. Whilst more Spätzgruppe trying to get involved. We had some Panzergrenadiers around here, though, with double G3. Bringing out some stress here. Stress on them got nerfed, but they're still pretty good with it. And the Marder getting involved as well. The second Panzergrenadier not quite seeing this, though. As the enemy at the same time gets the Luas in here. Dejaniki versus Stingers. So the Stingers needed to disengage there. We needed more units there as well. Engineer Dragons being brought up. F-16 LGB. Trying to get the enemy MiG-31 to come down too close, but got killed off beforehand, and we didn't get a hit on it. So the MiG-31 stayed victorious. We got a CV here on the side. We got the BMD-2 there under fire by our artillery as well. That was good too, whilst we kept pushing here on the right flank. Trying to get more stuff into position. F-16 getting shot, getting hurt. The CV here getting the neutralization of the zone, whilst the M1A1 leader in the middle was getting closer in as well. Artillery currently busy, but 6 minutes remaining, so CVs needed to move on, needed to get more capture points here, as the enemy was about to get some as well. Su-24 once more down, really big kill, really helpful kill. Whilst MiG-31 here coming towards us on this side, trying to find some kills as well. Enemy with a lot of forces here, but we had our units in an ambush position, and they didn't quite expect that, so all the Dejaniki Saperis here just getting absolutely shredded. And even the MiG-31 here getting hurt a bit, so the position here really became more manageable, with the only exception being the point issue. And that was a big issue, as we really needed to get this neutralized. M1A1 CV coming around on the side here now, trying to get into the point again. MiG-31 shut down, as the Schmel moved around there, trying to find some stuff to spot as well. M1A1 moving up to try to get in there, try to get the capture, try to stop the take. M1A1 in the center, coming around nicely as well. Getting involved with its main gun and its 50 cal pretty quickly here as well, getting some stuns. Dejaniki's coming around on the flank though. Pushing towards it. Pushliani there, eating a lot, but there we go. Dejaniki Maddie's forward. And situation here, not doing terribly, but we start to get pushed out again. Dejaniki over here went out of ammo. Su-24 AT trying to come around with the position of the hill. Couldn't really find a shot and flew over a lot of Stingers and Ihawks. So we got another one killed there, but enemy CV coming around for the capture as well. We got the capture on the right flank though. And the Dejanikis here were suffering as well. Blackhawk coming forward. The Abrams was out of fuel at this point, so we needed to get some supply towards it to get it back up and running, and I knew that the Dejanikis with some ammo still were there, so I needed to get something around to stop that. Blackhawk coming in here. Dejanikis going down in the center, artillery doing its thing there, as we got an Iltis leader as a replacement there for the lost M1A1 leader, which was a really unfortunate loss there at this stage. But seed plane going down, and the enemy +2 goes up to a +3 again. So yeah, stuff needed to go places. Iltis Führungs needed to come around. We needed to get around on the right side again, where Desan Spetratretka were moving in. M1A1 here being moved down the hill. There's a BMD-2 there, came in, and we needed to get around here. M1A1 set up to get back into the capture point. +4 situation here for the enemy. Only a couple of seconds left, but Iltis Führungs here able to make it into the center to at least reduce it to a couple more seconds. M1A1 here on the move. Spetratretka though on the way to intercept. BTRD with AGS coming around as well. Dismounted troopers trying to find the BMD2. Trying to find the kill there. M1A1 actually coming in here, getting us another minute. Using a 2+1. And the M1A1 here coming in. Moving with quick move though. And the Spetsradredka actually got a critical hit there, I believe, to get the kill there after only dealing 1 damage frontally. As it only has 15 damage. So with a side shot, even though it has 8 there, it did enough kill damage to get the kill there. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but we were really unfortunate there. As that meant we now had to get a CV in another way here. +1 still going on for the enemy. And we needed to get more points here. M1A1 moving around, F16 coming in, trying to find the enemy. Spetsradredka here, really expensive unit, but also still decently powerful. M1A1 here, moving up, finds the Luats, 34 seconds. We get the kill, we stop the tick. New CV needed to be moved there eventually as well. M1A1 and Marder and Heimatschützen pushing through here, and we cleaned the whole town up of infantry. So the tick stopped, and the enemy had nothing here really to push our Iltusführungs. M1A1 moving forward, Marder moving forward. And we still had 11 minutes, which if we got enough points, could be enough to turn this around. M1A1 immediately started to move over there. And we needed to get a kill in the middle. ZSU here sitting around. We had some cyanides, but again, losing the CV here, not going up to a +2 at this stage, was really annoying. As that meant we needed to get even faster. A10 coming around, M1A1 pushing forward, Dejant, Nikki, Komrodi under fire here by Marders, and M1A1's being pushed out, +2 online, on the way to a +4 to get that soon, and we needed more after that. So Spetsradredka here under fire, M1A1 really doing a job, Marder helping out too. As Dan was about to go down, and the situation around the map was a pretty wild one at this stage. Igla and Skretz moving up, Heimatschützen trying to get closer. Once A10 moves around, BRDM goes down, Zaperi goes down, Tick is about to go up, Iltusführungs was supposed to go around here, and I thought it would go around here. I didn't really remember that road being there, and that it would go there, and that was a problem, as there was this ambush ZSU here still, and that really ruined the day of this Iltusführungs. Iltusführungs trying to come around, but it got shredded there, so the +6 was harder to get, as we were down to 2 M1A1 leader at this stage, and that is a problem, because that's the only ones I still had left in the deck, as I used all my other leaders up, and they are pretty slow to get to places like Foxtrot. So that was a problem, so I had to figure out on how to get more points than this. Marders moving forward in the middle, M1A1 here, getting involved as well. Dejant Duslani here with double RPG, trying to push us. Dejant Komrodi being hidden here. Cyanide finding the enemy BMD2, stopping it from getting a capture on there, but another CV unit coming onto the battlefield there as well for the right flank. We get the CV unit of the enemy killed in the middle though, so that is pretty big. Getting some really key kills onto more CV units here. And the BMD3 here up against a lot of tanks. Blackhawks trying to help out here in the middle as well. M1A1 disengaging slowly. MiG-31 once more shut down. A10 flying around here as well. M1A1 trying to push closer to the middle as we got Spets Krupa and Dejaniki there once more. Pretty scary stuff. BMD2's coming around once more here with another CV. M1A1 engaging. Blackhawk moving around as well. And yeah, the map really plays like a lot of fun. The Autobahn here in the middle is great stuff. And yeah, the split here with the train track going around as well. It's really a nice natural map. I also really like the placement of the zones. It's well done with the middle zone really being nicely split in two as well, so that you have some nice combat there, with one side having one side of the valley each, and yeah, the side, this one being a bit less open than the other. In general, infantry being better thanks to the more ways that you can sneak them around in, is an interesting thing as well. It really shows you how much more you have to think about on a super realistic battlefield. Armored Brigade 2 tries to do it as well, similar to this. And yeah, it plays a good bit different there than Wano. Our Hawk here trying the best, but BMD2 there with its autocannon here, getting it shredded down. We tried to push the enemy out with a hard push. M1A1's trying to move around. Aircraft troopers pushing forward as well. And with only 7 minutes remaining, I decided to go for a bit of a gamble here with the M1A1 trying to go deep. Whilst the other one moved to the middle because I knew there would be CV trying to get there again, and we needed to stop that from getting a tick. So moved around there as well. Cyanide moving around. M1A1 here on the move, killing the BMD3. That was important. That didn't get the ambush, but it spotted us there, so that was a bit of a problem. A lot of Conquerors coming in as well. There's a Nikki BMD getting hit by the really fantastic little Cyanide helicopter with the TOW2s. Aircraft troopers trying to push forward. And then we got some artillery in here from the rear. As the M109s trying to get in there. M1A1 moving around. F-16 coming up. And I tried to move in here, but the double AT launchers of the Oshlini really shredded us. And that was a problem, as that meant no more ticks. So the M1A1 here needed to get through now. Was on the move here down the Autobahn, but the position was already known. Hawk trying to help it out. Planes were called in as well, but the MiG-31s there did a good job. Cyanide didn't fight this BMD2, and that was on the way with a leader. Trying to get that over here and getting a take back with that. That's the M1A1 here, desperately tried to beeline for India. And with only 5 minutes remaining, time was of the essence here as well at this stage. And that was my last CV. The loss of this one over here really hurting heavily, as otherwise the situation might have been a good bit less dramatic, and I could have chilled a bit more with my movement around the center, but I felt the panic now, and yeah, my M1A1 here getting involved. Got some decent damage in against the Luwats, tried to move deeper, but at this point the CV made it in over here and reduced the timer and take up to 2,000 points, and yeah, it was a really fun game, and it is a really fun map as well. So I hope you guys download it as well and give it a bit of a chance and play it a bit more. And I hope we will see more maps like this around as well. There are some nice guides for map makers as well out now by now. So if you want to get some in yourself, check out mbets' map maker guide. And yeah, see you all next time, guys. Bye bye and have a great day.